Hi and welcome to Dave Culinary. I'm Punita Dave, and today we are going to make a very unique dessert. It's my own creation, my own recipe, and it involves sweet potatoes. Of course, it's dessert, so it has to be sweet, and ice cream. So we are going to have hot sweet potato cakes with cold chilled ice cream. It is a really cool dessert. We absolutely love it at our home, and I'm sure if you make it, you're going to like it too. So let's jump right in and make our sweet potatoes with ice cream. So let's look at our ingredients first. We have 1 cup of Dave's mashed sweet potato, and we'll look that recipe up in just a few minutes. Half a cup of almond flour or Araroot or Aralot. 1 to 2 tablespoons of sugar, if necessary 8 to 10 scoops of ice cream, preferably vanilla or nut flavors, 3 to 4 tablespoons of caramel syrup, and 3 to 4 tablespoons of crushed almonds. For the toppings, even the cashews. And let's now look at how to make Dave's mashed sweet potatoes. Okay, let's look at the ingredients first. We are going to take 3 1/4 cups approximately of boiled and mashed sweet potatoes. That's about 4 large sweet potatoes. Half a cup of cream. If you don't have cream, replace it with 3/4 cup of milk. Half a cup of half and half. If you don't have half and half, replace it with 3/4 cup of milk. 2/3 cup of sugar, and use less if your sweet potatoes are very sweet or you don't like sweet stuff. About 15 almonds, these are optional for garnishing. 10 cashews, optional for garnishing. About 30 yellow raisins, optional for garnishing. Half a cup of ghee. 20 to 25 strands of saffron, optional. 1/4 teaspoon of cardamom powder is also optional. 1/8 teaspoon or a pinch of nutmeg powder is optional, and 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon powder is also optional, and you can add any of these more or less up to your taste. But if you have all of these ingredients, it's going to make a really good mashed or whipped potatoes. Now the sweet potatoes that we have, they are the orange colored sweet potatoes, but this recipe works just fine with the white colored sweet potatoes as well. So let's get going with making mashed sweet potatoes Dave style. So what I did was I boiled 4 large sweet potatoes, and once they're boiled, I cut them vertically to let the moisture escape. End of the day, you want all the moisture to escape. Then I peeled them, I cut the sides, and I'm going to mash them using a coarse masher. You don't really need to mash them very fine, because when we cook them, they are going to get mashed anyways. So we have mashed our potatoes, and they are now ready to go into a pan. We are going to measure this up because I always like to get a cup measure. So this is about 1 cup, and then if I take it out and spread it out, then it is a little more than 3 cups of mashed sweet potatoes. I've heated up a pan here, and to that I added my ghee. Once the ghee is melted, I added the mashed sweet potatoes to it and gave it a really good stir. You want the ghee and the sweet potatoes to blend in really well together. Now if you don't have ghee and you don't intend to buy ghee, then you can make this with butter. Just take butter equivalent of 1.25 times of the ghee. So the butter is now blended in. I have been stirring it for about 10 minutes. The moisture has escaped. When I put the sweet potatoes in the pan, around that time I had put my saffron into the milk so that these started dissolving in the color. So I added that milk to the sweet potatoes at this point. Half and half, and cream. If you don't have half and half and cream, then as I said, you can add milk. The reason for using half and half and cream is so that you don't have to stir it for very long. It will thicken much faster if you have half and half and cream. So after about another 15 to 20 minutes, the moisture has escaped, and the creaminess of half and half and heavy whipping cream is all set into the sweet potatoes. The ghee has started leaving the sides of the sweet potato. So I washed my yellow raisins, I added those and the cinnamon powder, nutmeg powder, cardamom and sugar. And once again, you can add sugar to taste. You don't have to add as much as I added. You can add more, you can add less. Now when the sugar melts, it is going to make the whole mashed sweet potatoes more liquidy. Also, the saffron and the nutmeg and cardamom and cinnamon are going to add a little bit of color to your sweet potatoes. So if you want to avoid that and you don't care for the flavor, you can avoid that. Now this is a trick my mom told me. Take a very flat spatula, and if it stands straight without any support, then your mashed potatoes are done. So they are done at this point. Okay, now that our mashed sweet potatoes are ready, let's start making the patties. Now you don't have to make the mashed sweet potatoes the way we make it. If you have your own way of making them, feel free to do that. Now to these mashed sweet potatoes, we added the almond flour and mixed it well together. You can even add some sugar. We are also adding some crushed almonds and cashews. This is all for us to make the patties. You can even add yellow raisins to your taste. We did not use any sugar, but if your sweet potatoes are not really sweet, you may want to add a couple of tablespoons of sugar. Let's now roll the patties. So I've greased my hands with a little bit of ghee, and I'm rolling out 2 small patties. And that's the second one, and we microwave these for about 30 to 45 seconds. So they are warm and hot. You can see the steam coming out, and then we are going to serve it with vanilla ice cream. Top it up with cashews and almonds. We'll also add a very generous drizzle of caramel syrup. I make it at home, and you can check out the recipe in our how to playlist. But look at that deliciousness of the ice creams and nuts and sweet potatoes and caramel. This looks so delicious, and it actually tastes even more delicious. Now, as I mentioned, you don't have to make the mashed sweet potatoes the way we do, but if you make them that way, you're going to enjoy them really a lot more than any other recipe that's out there. This mashed sweet potato recipe is my mom's recipe, so it has been around for almost a century in our family. So look at the deliciousness of the ice cream and the sweet potato patties. So I hope you make it, and I hope you enjoy it, and do comment and let us know how you liked it. So that was our sweet potato with ice cream. I hope you like the recipe, and I hope you make it. And if you do and you like it, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in our next video. Till then, bye bye.